Hey guys, welcome to Isaiah's Reviews, and boy do I have a story for you guys who own a Honda Odyssey or any kind of tech-driven automobile. And tech-driven will be all the safety features of current vehicles today. A lot of them have that camera system, that sits up in the middle of your glass at the top. You'll never think about it, but it does a lot of work apparently. Apparently it helps with the braking system, the automatic braking system, the lane guidance, the auto lane keep assist. All the safety features are kind of housed in that one little camera at the top of your screen, minus the parking and the little sensors that detects when a car is on your sides and stuff like that, and your rear backup sensors and your front sensors. Those are kind of different, but a lot of the safety features exist in one little camera, one little circuit board, one little housing at the top of your glass. So here's the story of a 2019 Honda Odyssey Elite. It's a very expensive minivan, very expensive. A bunch of safety features, electronic gadgets, which should show you a future of where we're headed here with electronic vehicles in general. A lot of that stuff, components, circuit boards, cameras. This is just a tiny fraction of that on this 2019 Honda Odyssey, okay? So, my wife calls me and she's like, hey, I've got all these alerts on my dash. She sends me a video, which I'll show you the video here. It has the auto lane keep assist, all the stuff that has to do with that modular up at the top. Everything. The braking system, you get all those alerts. It's kind of frightening because you don't know if you can even drive the thing, like it's so many alerts popping up. So I say, hey, just get home, I'll look at it. And I look at it, go out there, fiddle with it. Well, I keep pressing, I don't turn it on, but I keep pressing the button long enough to kind of start the panel instrumentation up without starting it, long pressing and all that kind of stuff with the auto start button. And I guess it instigates the security system part of it, and it kind of wants to shut down and not start because I'm fiddling with it so much. And I think if I would have took my remote at that time, hit unlock or force started the siren system or something like that and turned it off, did something with my remote to disable the security part of it. So I think it was my fault by fiddling with that button so much, causing some kind of security issue with the system so it wouldn't even start. And I'm like, oh my God, now it won't even start. So I call the Honda dealership and talk to the service department, and I'm telling them exactly what it's showing on the screen and the fact that, hey, it's just not starting for some reason right now. But the lights and everything else is turning on. It's like it doesn't feel like it has a loss of power. And right away, he's like, yes, that's low voltage. That's a low voltage. It's your battery. So all those indicators are for low voltage for your battery. So I was like, oh, okay, how much is that? Well, it's $300 for the battery because apparently it's a specific battery for the Honda Odyssey, for 2019 Honda Odyssey. It has a computer chip and all kinds of stuff in the battery as well, supposedly. So I'm like, okay, well, what time you guys close? I'll be right there. So I take off the battery, and just so you know, when you open the hood, there's a big panel across the front. Those snap off. You take off that panel. You got to take off the air intake cover, which is just two large flathead or large Phillips head screws, plastic screws. You take those out, and then the little air intake little part this big comes off, and then that exposes the battery. You have to take the battery cables off, and then there's a cover that comes off of that, and then you pull the battery up out of that cover, which is heavy. It's a big battery. So I take it, and I get a new battery, come back. It looks to me like it might be fixed, so I drive around the block and instantly, boom, the minute I get out on the road, the minute I hit, I guess, the miles per hour, that triggers all the safety stuff to kick in to start reading the lines in the road, which I think is like 45 miles an hour. So the minute I get it out, everything's back, so it's not the problem. So we call back and schedule an appointment for the next day, bring it up there. They look at it and they say, pretty quick, they call me back and they're like, hey, it's the camera up there in the middle. That whole unit's gone out. On a 2019 Honda Odyssey, it's gone out. And the guy's like, yeah, that's like the second one I've ever seen to go out. It's rare for the thing to go out. I'm like, okay, well, how much is that? And I'll look on the paperwork here since I've got the receipt from paying for it. So if you have to replace that one single camera, now this isn't future. This isn't Tesla. This isn't all the EVs are coming out. This is just your typical camera security feature system that all the cars now have. Little module. I'll show you that in a second too. It's a camera monocular. Yes, monocular camera. system. It's $862 before tax is how much that one camera cost. So that was next day shipped from Atlanta. They put it in. How much do you think the labor costs to install that? Now there's a plastic panel that pops off that they can access that camera at, and it just plugs in, but there is little dials on each side that how you align that camera. It's $455 before tax, because apparently they have to aim it, and they've got this specific area that it pulls into to park, and then they dial and adjust this thing once it's in there, and adjust it based on these target points and stuff like that. It's a long process is what they said, but $400 just for that, okay? That's insane. So basically we come for the whole job, what is that total? It's $1,360.99. That is in some of the material costs for them, shop supplies, $19.98, tax. That's crazy. So here is the unit. This is right here. It's $1,361, we'll say. Right here, you can see the camera up in there. That's how it's mounted like this, I'm assuming, or maybe that's probably mounted like that. So it's mounted like that, I guess, with the camera looking down. And then here is the part where it goes into the sides here, and then they adjust and tweak and aim it by these two features on the side here. That kind of has a unique proprietary look for, I'm sure it's a universal fit though. I doubt this camera is just specific to Honda. I'm sure this unit is used. And then there's the camera model number and stuff there. If you've got the same issue and you need to look up that model number, it's right there. And then there's the single port that all the cables plug into that powers it and gets its data and everything from. So basically he pops it in, snaps it in, snaps in the electrical thing, screws this in. So I'm assuming something comes in, it snaps in some manner, some way, and then he just parks the car. They got a predetermined out thing there in front of them, I guess, and then they tweak, and work with the computer and tweak till it's there. And then $1,361 later for this, you can sort of see a board up in there, but it's a little board that runs across this top area. So this bolts onto this housing here, and it looks like this also involves the circuitry board on top of this. So that part alone is almost $1,400 total to have it done. That's insane. So this is just a tiptoe look into the EV platform, right? So imagine this times 50, times 100 on your vehicle. And this is a 2019 that had a problem, because these EVs are going to be made cheaper and cheaper and cheaper. Right now they're very expensive. Like an EV minimum, I think, is like $50,000 to $100 and something thousand, somewhere in there, which is very expensive. Driving the cost is high. So the goal was for them to get the cost low. So where are they going to cut corners? Is it the electronics department, the wiring? What's going on? And then you got to deal with the dealerships telling you it's one thing, your gut telling you another, someone online, a forum telling you it's something else, something cheaper. Before you know it, you're in a ginormous money pit. And then the extended warranty coverage for electronics is going to be insane. Not only are you going to buy a $50,000 car or a $100,000 car, I doubt many people are going to do that, but a $50,000 to $70,000 car, electric car, with an extended warranty to cover everything on it for, what, 10 years or 5 years? And you're going to spend, what, $5,000 to $7,000 just on extended warranty? Me, personally, I don't get extended warranties. Like, this is still a fraction of the cost of the extended warranty. They wanted like a third of the cost of the extended warranty that they wanted to charge me. And I'll be outside the extended warranty limit, hopefully, before anything expensive happens again. Recalls might cover some stuff. But I'm still winning by not getting an extended warranty. Unless you have an absolute lemon, an extended warranty is kind of a bogus thing to get on anything. So, that's it, man. This is a $900 part, we'll say, right here. This little guy here. That is insane. So if you have these issues on your vehicle, it doesn't have to be a Honda Odyssey, a 2019 Honda Odyssey. It doesn't have to be that. It can be any vehicle right now that you're getting the alarms and warnings all from the same unit that does that job. And it's probably that unit is having an issue. Don't go try looking at some, it's a battery or whatever else. If all the alarms you're getting, it's this that's doing the job of all those things, well then you've kind of narrowed down what it could be just from looking. So it sucks. It sucks to me that 2019 and they can't have something in the menu, in the main maintenance menu of the screen that you go through there and it shows you the log of issues that you have or currently have, and it can't go camera module. You know, it can't just tell you right there. No, because they want you to come in. They want to pay. The car knew what was wrong. They just don't want to put the single thing that's wrong for you to contact someone else. They want you in the office. They want you in there so they can talk to you, right? That's all it's about. This stuff is only going to get worse with EVs, okay? It's going to be a financial nightmare. And it's going to last for a couple generations until everything gets plateaued out and balanced. Because the government, companies are going to want their money from EVs because they don't like the fact that it's $25 for you to fill up on electricity out or $5 at home. So it's going to be tax per mile driven. It's going to be craziness until everything gets ironed out. It's going to be a nightmare. So make sure to explode that subscribe button and ding that down so you get notified on the next complaint or argument or discussion that we have here. See ya.